Whoa now. Hope everybody been doing good. You know, it's been a minute. Had Mardi Gras, kind of got a cold. You know, life, you know how that go. But, you know, I already know. Couldn't go too long without getting back to y'all. You already know. Wanted to talk about some topics. Oh, man. Where can we start outside of the New Orleans Saints? I think the last time I talked to y'all, I don't even think we had a coach. I mean, we got Kellen Moore from Philly. We got a lot of his staff. We got a lot of his staff. We got Brandon Staley as our defensive coordinator. Like, we done signed some free agents. Like, it's been crazy. Like, you know, it's been real crazy as a Saints. You know, if you're a Saints fan, you know, it's been real crazy. But, you know, nevertheless, you know, I mean, you know, ain't nothing going down to, you know, the boogeyman, you know, check you out, you know what I'm saying? You know, we gotta, I mean, for what I've seen, I mean, I think we got, first of all, personally, I think we signed a lot of coaching staff. Like, I saw we got like an edge coach. Like, we've never had an edge coach, I guess, you know. I mean, Brandon Staley wants, you know, full inclusion of his defense, and I mean, I can't really question his expertise. I mean, we all saw what he did with the Ram. You know, he had, you know, like everybody say, you know, San Diego wasn't necessarily statistically up there, but I mean, it was up there. I think he had a top 10 defense till shit fell out his last year, you know, when it was over. But for the most part, I think he had, you know, real good numbers. I mean, another thing, I think the change to the 3-4 defense, like, that's gonna be crazy. I heard what he said about it. Matter of fact, I'll let y'all know.
I think it gives you more flexibility in how you play. But hey, edge players play on the edge no matter what system you play in. Inside players play on the inside no matter what system you play in. So, you know, I think that you have to have versatility in your personnel groupings in the modern NFL. It's so much of a matchup league, and if you can have some hybrid groupings that kind of give you a chance to have that flexibility week to week, I think that's important. I know Kellen's probably talked about that because it's the same way on offense. You may have 11 personnel grouping on offense, but who those people are and how you play them, it's going to be different. So
yeah, you know, I'm pretty excited about that. You know, I mean, we got a 3-4 defense. He talk about, you know, different movements and different, you know, things he could do, you know, with different fronts and things like that. You know, I'm pretty excited about that, man. We haven't had that what they said since like 2013 or something like that. I think we kind of had it when we had Rob Ryan a little bit. No, we had it for the Dome Patrol. I'm trying to think, did we have it for the Dicker years? I don't know. I don't think we had it for the Dicker years. I think Dicker had us in a 4-3, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that though. Another thing I like, he kept Kyle Williams, wide receivers coach. I heard a lot of the Saints players, period, like Key Williams, not just the wide receivers. They like him. Kept Jari. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty glad we kept Jari. I think our offensive line was pretty cool, you know. We got old Jim Haslett son over there, coaching the tight ends, Chase Haslett. That's crazy. We got another thing that tripped me out was Scott Linehan. Like, that was crazy. Like, you know, Scott Linehan, like, a big name, you know, for him to come down to the, you know, to the city, you know, that's I don't know, man. That's crazy. Quarterbacks coach Scott Tozine. I remember him as he was a backup. Didn't too many play, but you know, most of the backups, they really, you know, really progressed to be decent, you know, offensive coordinators, quarterbacks coach, yada yada yada. Shout out to Byron Leftwich, my dude, about to get him, you know, finally about to get his spot back. You know, he should have had him a spot. I don't know how he got out of I don't know how they just didn't pick him, but we know how they didn't pick him. But we ain't gonna go through that. What tripped me out was we got Bo Davis from LSU. That was crazy. Like, you know, LSU, you know, you don't really leave LSU for the Saints. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of like, I mean, you know, I know, you know, we New Orleanians, for the most part, you know, we consider ourselves the country, but, you know, we rock with LSU, but we know LSU is a big, like, you know, they got, LSU is the state, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, so that was a big, that was a big acquisition. The Edges coach, Jay Rogers. I have to read up about him a little bit more. You know, we have to talk about him in later episodes, you know. Definitely interested in, you know, what's his expertise, you know what I'm saying? We kept Brian Young too. I mean, I guess he did good with the line. I mean, it was all right. But, you know, hopefully we could do better with, you know, hopefully we could do better. Hopefully the 3-4 really, you know, do some things. I'm kind of excited to see what they're gonna do with Cam. You know, it just kind of sparked my interest. You know, I mean, we still got that fuck ass quarterback, and I still haven't made my decision if I'm going, you know, support them Saints. I don't know, man. That's. I just can't have this dude. Like, I just don't trust the dude, man. Like, I'm gonna just be honest first and foremost. I just don't trust the guy, man. Like, I just don't trust him. I mean, he saw what he just did the past 2 years, bro. And you saw that, right? Y'all saw that? I know I saw it. I don't know about y'all, but I saw it. But then at the same time, you know, the good thing, how we always do, you know, they always say we over the cap, we ain't never signed nobody, and then we just make a couple of restructures, and then all of a sudden we got money. Signed a lot of players, man. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it wasn't really, it was two maybe decent names, but, you know, I think it was a good solid core free agency. I would give them like a B minus, maybe a B. You know what I'm saying? Because they tried to, for who they tried to go after, I think that would have bumped them to an A minus. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just went somewhere else. So, you know, well wishes to him. Yeah, I think Homer was from here too, but, you know, we ain't gonna get into that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, I mean, he a free agent, but he wasn't a free agent. Will Clapp, you know, we signed that boy back. You know, he was, you know, we had him when we was in, you know, Sean Payton house, but at the same time, he was in San Diego for Kellen Moore the year that he was the offensive coordinator out there. So, you know, it was you know what I'm saying? You know, then we got a tight end. Actually, we got 2 tight ends. I mean, we got 2 tight ends, but technically it's 1 because we re-signed Juwan Johnson back. And this is why I disagree with some draft mocks that have us drafting Tyler Warren. I don't think so with us. We re-signed Juwan Johnson. I mean, gave him 3 years, like $30-something million, man. You know what I'm saying? Then we got from, you know, we took from, you know, where the Pastures was good at. We took the Eagles, one of their blocking tight ends, Jake Stoll. I mean, you know, you spent time with Kellen Moore with the Eagles, you know, and you know, he was with the Dolphins last year. But I mean, at the end of the day, he for the most part, he a depth signing, you know, camp body, you know, for when, you know, Foster Moreau and Taysom get back healthy. Pretty interested to see how you're gonna use Taysom, if we still gonna use Taysom in the capacity that we use. Because we could use him. Like, real talk, we could use him. Just, we don't have to run him to the ground like DA did. You know what I'm saying? And we don't even need that. We re-signed somebody. I mean, it was kind of like that. That was another thing. It kind of brought a lot of people back that wasn't with us, and excuse me, when I get to the one that I just don't really care about, but whatever. When we re-signed Isaac Yadam, I remember Yadam was pretty cool. When he was a rookie a couple years ago. I remember he got an intercept, excuse me. I remember he got like 2 intercepts one time. He was pretty cool though, you know what I'm saying? Went to San Francisco, another Brandon Staley guy. He was with San Francisco when Brandon Staley last year was the cornerbacks, DB's coach for the 49. So, I mean, you know, we re-signed Isaac Yadam. Pretty, you know, he was pretty cool, pretty welcome to bring him back. I mean, one of the big signings we had was Justin Reed from down here, man, the safety from Kansas City. I think that's a pretty significant signing. I mean, that basically just takes Malachi Starks off the board. Safety from Georgia. I mean, you could go in the lower rounds for a safety just to, you know, kind of see if we could get one that could overachieve. Because, I mean, you still got Jordan Howden on there. You got to get him out. But I think the Justin Reed sign is going to be pretty cool. Kind of rejuvenate him. It's not really going to rejuvenate Tyron, because I think Tyron just a New Orleans nigga. And, you know, at the end of the day, us New Orleans niggas, like, you ain't trying to just go all out, and y'all not trying to go all out, man. Because y'all not really trying to, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't really feel this shit. So why should I even, like, risk injury? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all play too much. And obviously, I saw that throughout the season. That's why I don't blame Ty for none of that stuff. Like, you know, it was a lot of giving up on the plays, man. A lot of giving up. Re-signed Dante Pettis. Whatever. I don't even have no memories of dude. I mean, I think he ran a kick back a couple yards and maybe caught a touchdown. I mean, I guess, you know, that's probably a favor, because his brother was Kellen Moore wide receiver at Boise State. Also was this I ain't gonna lie, this was a head scratcher. We re-signed Chase Young. Now, you know, no disrespect, I like Chase Young and he did his thing. I ain't gonna lie. When you looked at the film, I mean, he did his thing. I'm not gonna get it twisted with him. He did his thing, but I mean, when you look at the film, man, I don't know, man. I mean, when you look at the money, I don't know, but it's not my money. But I mean, I think we kind of overpaid him. But I mean, at the end of the day, sometimes you basically gotta overpay to show guys that, you know, you did good for us. Hopefully, we paid his money. You could do better, because we saw what he do when he at least feel comfortable. Like, there's no motor. So hopefully you keep that motor, dog. Because I don't want to have to be talking about you during the season. Like, I want to talk about you in a positive spot, bro. I don't want to never have to talk about you giving up like how I used to see you on them San Francisco tapes. Ill. But, you know, hopefully that'd be cool, man. We signed Jonah Williams, defensive end from the Ram. He was with, of course, Brandon Staley when the Ram back then, you know, when he was the defensive coordinator there, which was, you know, I mean, I think he's a guy, he's going to come in and do some things, basically kind of translate the language between the guys, you know, between, you know, the guys in, what's his name? The guys in Brandon Staley, how he want his defense to kind of look, which is cool. I mean, you know, whatever. I mean, hopefully he could do some things. I mean, we re-signed Cedric Wilson, re-signed Landon Young. Bodies, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're gonna do any significant. Cedric Wilson probably was gonna re-sign because he was Kellen Moore with the Cowboys or whatever. But you know, the big trade, the big trade that we did was we got David Godshaw from the Patriots, from the Patriots. Used to go to LSU. Like, you know, that's gonna be the anchor in that 3-4 defense. Gonna be that 3 technique, get down, you know what I'm saying, nose tackle. Like, I like that. You know what I'm saying? That showed that, you know, we try to do some things. I kudos to the Saints. That came out of nowhere. Like, you know, we paid them some decent money, bro. Paid them some decent money. I don't like to talk about the money, but we paid them some decent money, even though I talked about Juwan Johnson. But that's Juwan Johnson, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know, another thing, man, I ain't gonna lie. This kind of got me this kind of got me a little, I mean, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We signed Brandon Cooks back. A little bit of contract, you know, some years, whatever. I don't know if y'all remember, Brandon Cooks used to, you know, we drafted Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks was too small, but I mean, Breeze had Brandon Cooks like awesome, like, you know what I'm saying? And you know, when he was good until, you know, we got that real guy in there, MT or Mike Thomas, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Mike, what's down with it, brother? Hold your head up, you already know. Never forget, man, the Ram game. It was one game where we finally beat the Ram, and he didn't get no touches because Mike was hot. And then he want to say closed mouth don't get fed. And then I think the next game we force fed that shit to Brandon Cooks, and Breeze ended up throwing 2 intercepts, which cost us like a playoff spot back then, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, whatever, bro. We'll see, man. We'll see. But yeah, man, that's really basically what's been going on with them Saints, man. You know, up to the draft. You know, I kind of keep my hope. My pick, I would like Will Johnson. Oh yeah, that guy. You know what I'm saying? Will Johnson, I think he should be our number 9 pick if he's available. There's a lot of rumors going around, man. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know if I'm against this rumor, but it's saying we might pull a trigger and trade them picks and Derek to Tennessee for the number 1 pick, which, amen, I wouldn't be against that. If we gonna do that, for go get Cam Ward, keep them 2 third-round pick. Trade them this year, Derek next year. Next year's second, and we keep our second and 2/3 this year. We'll be good. We can't give them too much, man. They got Landon Young or something like that. We just signed him, like, you know. But I mean, you know, it's gonna. We got a month. We got a month today. I think today is a month till the draft, or a couple days in a month till the draft, which is coming up. Can't wait, man. Pretty excited. Speaking of another team that's, you know, underachieving, but, you know, whatever. Talk about them Pels, man. My guy Zion, he been cutting up, man. He been cutting up good out. I mean, hopefully keep it up. You know, good outlook for the 2025 basketball season. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully Jante, you know, get that Achilles right. You know, it's gonna be him. I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck, y'all. I think we need to trade her. Like, especially if we're going to draft somebody like the VJ dude or like a guard, because we need a scorer at guard. Like if Murph going to be the 3 and my guy going to be the 4 and Eve going to be the 5, then we need an explosive 2, man. We need an explosive 2, man. So, I mean, hopefully keep them Pels losing, man. That way we might be in there for old Coop. We get Coop. I don't even want to see nothing. We get Coop and Zion. Oh my God. I ain't gonna get too hyped up. Hopefully we get Coop, man. The rest of the NBA, man, it's about to go down. Last couple games, man, we about to go into these playoffs. Looking like one of my picks not gonna make it, but I still keep my hope, especially when he come back. I mean, when one of the players come back. My finals pick is Oklahoma versus the Bucks. Yeah. I got them in the finals. Oklahoma's still doing their thing. This guy, Shea, I ain't gonna lie. Dude really the TRU, man. I've been a fan. Dude really the TRU. You just gotta think, man. He just cold, man. No disrespect to Yoke. And Yoke been out a couple of days, so I don't know, man. You giving that MVP race up. I know you want to rest for them playoffs, Yoke, because I know you're trying to go on a championship run, but man, I don't know, man. Sharing them young guys. If Jalen if Jalen Williams is 90% of what he was this season, yeah, OKC definitely gonna be representing that West. I don't know who's gonna be representing the East. I mean, the favorites is Boston. I'm gonna give them the favorites. It's just my pick is Freak and Dame Time. You know what I'm saying? You already know. One of my left subjects I like to talk about is F1, man. I don't know if y'all be watching the F1, but I got into that from watching the F1 series on Netflix. It's pretty cool, you know. It's the little snips and quips they be saying, you know, that they be doing, you know, that they be talking to each other. But the intensity of, you know, driving the car, being safe, you know, making sure the car is right, checking the conditions, knowing the turns. It's a lot, you know. It's a lot, and you know these guys got billions of dollars like on you, like, you know what I'm saying. So it's a lot. I like it. They had their first race last week. It was I think it was the Shanghai Grand Prix. I think, if I'm not mistaken, one of the Asian Grand Prix, Shanghai or China. I think it's one of the ones. But McLaren won. Oscar Pistorius, I think that's his name. Him and Orlando Norris. He was a pretty popular character. Not character. He was a popular racer on the F1 series on Netflix. Y'all check that out, man. The F1 stuff. The only thing about it though, the F1, they be overseas a lot, so it be coming on at like wee hours in the morning on a Sunday. So you know, y'all ain't gonna catch it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all catch Sports Center, check it out. I sometimes catch it when, you know, on the weekend when I ain't got no, you know, you ain't got to work. You know, you probably might wake up and have it on or something like that. But I don't be catching that shit neither. Pause. I'm gonna try to though. You know, I don't be doing shit the weekends, and football ain't popping no more, you know, till later. So, you know, but yeah, man, that F1 shit crazy. Baseball by the start. My Yanks, we done. We ain't got Cole. Gill is on IR. I think we put Stroman on IR. I think Ryan Doan about to be on. Like, we just, like, it's done for my Yanks. I don't have no expectation for my Yanks. We made the playoffs, cool. Do I expect us to make the playoffs? No. Like, you know what I'm saying? We gonna have to just regroup, because as long as Cole gone, bro, and we don't have like no, like, I forgot we signed somebody else. We signed Max Fried though. I think Fried gonna do his thing though. I think Fried, because Fried did his thing in Atlanta. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know, when they was betting Max Fried for them strikeouts, he was definitely good for a good 6.5, 7. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, for the over-under. You know what I'm saying? But him, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what we're gonna do, man. I don't know what we're gonna do. Terribly worried about them Yanks, man. Terribly worried about them Yanks. About to have what, WrestleMania coming up. You got old Uso versus Gunter. Of course, I think Uso gonna win. A lot of matches. I'm gonna do the whole card on another day. Definitely, I'm gonna give a whole segment to my wrestling people, because I watch wrestling ASAP. You already know, got my belt and everything. I don't even play. It's gonna be good though. You know, they're gonna have OTC fighting triple threat with Seth and Phil. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like Seth. I fucks with OTC. You know, that's my dog. You know, shout out to the ones. You know what I'm saying? You already know. But outside of that, we got Cody and John Cena. That's why I said I'm gonna elaborate more. I'm gonna definitely talk about a wrestling episode later on this week, because this John Cena shit, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Seen the latest couple games came out. What came out? That Assassin's Creed. Seen that Assassin's Creed came out. A couple other games came out too. That MLB The Show came out. I gotta get that, man. They got the college baseball teams on there. Oh man, I gotta get that. I gotta get that. Players LSU, play on LSU, you know, squad. You already know. Gotta do my thing on them. Gotta do that. They got the F1 game about to come up. Sorry, I keep talking about F1. I got a little itch with that. I'm gonna definitely have to get that and get my little rig and all that shit, because I'm definitely gonna be doing that shit competition wise, everything. So It's gonna be good. If y'all on that, hop on that with me. You know what I'm saying? You already know. I'll give y'all my gamer tag and all that. We could do our thing. I think I'm gonna probably end it off. I think we talked about the Captain America. I mean, right now, shout out to it getting money. They said it's not a profit, but whatever. I mean, I think it was a profit. I think they said it got 400, but they needed the profit to be like, need to crack like 418, 425, something like that. But I think eventually it'll crack and it'll be, it'll break even. We got, as far as Marvel, what we got next? We got that Thunderbolts next. I don't know how that shit gonna be. I think it's gonna be a Suicide Squad. I hope it's not a Suicide Squad. I hope it's a little bit something more. Cause I just don't know, man. I just don't know. I watched Last Breath with Woody Harrelson and Shang-Chi. Man, that shit was ass. You don't even need to watch that. It was about a diver, but it was ass. I also checked out that Twister, Caught Up in a Storm. Yeah, that was it was basically about the story of Joplin, Missouri, when the Twister did their thing. Yeah, that was real. That was real sad. That was real sad, you know, and especially coming from coming from a person that been through Hurricane Katrina, 2 other hurricanes after that kind of fucked our shit. It was a little heartfelt, man. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, them people look like they gonna be all right. They real community. That's what I kind of miss about the city. I don't see the community. Like, we the city, but I don't see the community. Like, I don't see the outside no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, it's dangerous outside, so you never know, man. I mean, people carry their blickers, in the next door neighbor, man. You don't even know, man. Just be wilding for nothing. I did for my cartoons, my other superhero guys, that Batman versus Yakuza League. Yeah, that was Fuego. Basically, Batman. It's like the Batman Ninja movie where he went to the different dimension where he was back in the samurai days, and he did his little samurai ninja thing. Where this one, they did it again, but they bought the Justice League there first, and basically Justice League. You'll see. Just watch it. I ain't gonna try to tell y'all the movie, but just watch it. It was definitely a nice watch. I watched that Electric State on Netflix. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I mean, these. This is what I read. I read, a big Marvel fan, so of course you know about the directors per se. And if you've noticed, I mean, outside of like Coogler, like, these directors are weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you can't expect them to get the same kind of like audience outside of Marvel that you've given them to direct inside of Marvel, because Marvel is the machine. Like, it's not just the directors. Like, you not making my movie if it's not like this. Like, we doing a story and we gonna collab, but ultimately, if it's not like this, you're not gonna do nothing to my movie, which is, kind of the reason why so many directors have been hired and dropped from The Blade, because they've hired these directors then gave their pitch, and it's like, no, like, it's not what we want. I think what Marvel trying to do, I heard of the story was trying to make it like a period movie, like 1925, and I'm like, now you gotta get the fuck with all that shit. Like, I mean, to an extent, you gotta make it like Blade was alive, like with how Daredevil and all them was, and it wasn't really nothing for him to come out with until it became like mutants and vampires and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I hire be Marvel. I could be a damn good consultant on what we need to do, man. I think that's really about it. I ain't really watched too many movies. That Demon City was nice. And Demon City was nice. Little karate movie on Netflix. It was pretty cool. If you into that, nice action movie you could watch on on a chill. Now you ain't doing nothing, have your little drink, or if you partake in a smoke, you could definitely chill out and partake in that. I watched that monkey. That monkey was crazy. The monkey was crazy, man. Y'all gotta watch that. That's really about it. As far as TV shows, I watched Daredevil. Caught up with that. I think the next one come out tomorrow, so I'm gonna watch that. I don't know if y'all into this one. It's kind of popular, but it's kind of not popular because I still know a couple people in real life that haven't heard of it. It's called Paradise. Pretty cool. It's with Sterling K. Brown. My guy. He was in Black Panther. He was my guy in that Predator. I ain't gonna lie, he was my guy in that Predator. When he was the curse. He was cursing and all that. I like that. He was the little general and all that. He was a wise ass. You know what I'm saying? You know what they call those guys. You know what I'm saying? But that Paradise was pretty cool. For my out there people, the second and final season of that Pantheon dropped. That was I ain't gonna lie, to me. Now this is just to me because I mean that's just how I feel basically. I mean it's my show. This is just how I feel. I think that was the best anime I've ever seen. Like, I mean, outside of like Dragon Ball Z, which is for as fighting and all like that, as far as like an anime, like, as far as just take outside the superhero type shit, that was like the best animated series I've ever seen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's up there with like, Batman, the animated series, X-Men 97. Like, it's up. Like, Pantheon, if y'all watch the 2 seasons, I don't know if y'all gonna get it. That's why I say for my out there people, because I think it's a show that y'all will get. Personally, I think it's a show that y'all will get, but it's out there. Like, you gotta really kind of like, let go your judgment per se. You know what I'm saying? What else I watched? Trying to think of what else show I watched. Let me see what else they have. It's been a while. March Madness been clouding my brain, been clouding my viewership lately. My Tar Heels, we shit the bed in the first round. Shit the bed in the first round, man. After we won in a play-in. I guess, man, we gotta do better, man. We gotta get, man. I think we should never let re-sign Hubert Davis, man. I don't think he the one, man. We should have got, I don't know, we should have went asked Roy Williams come back. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I did something else. Y'all haven't watched that Invincible. Oh man, finished that. It was, the season over now, but awesome season, man. That boy Mark gonna get his ass whipped, but one thing he gonna do, he gonna get your ass whipping too. You know what I'm saying? As much as you whip it, he kind of like Goku on some shit. He gets stronger as the more he gets defeated. You know what I'm saying? Definitely watch that. I mean, that's basically the shit I be watching. All that other stuff, I ain't gonna lie, I'm more than sure y'all be watching. That's probably cool. If y'all got any, that won't bore me, because, I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this. I kind of more like science fiction than this fake real life, how they, NCIS and, no disrespect, 911 and SWAT and all that, but that's just as fake as this science fiction shit. So, we just gonna keep it fair and square. I'm gonna talk about y'all stuff, y'all gonna talk about mine. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, that's about it, man. Appreciate y'all. I'll probably be back, try to be back tomorrow. I don't know if I'm making Wednesday. Usually that's kind of a day I'm kind of busy. But, yeah, man, appreciate y'all. Y'all holla at your boy, man.